welcome back to Chair Yoga. My name is Shannon, and I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome back to sunny South Florida, and always remember to do what you can to listen to your body and not to push your body past that point that it wants to go today. Remember that it always knows best. So when you're ready, take a deep breath in, and as you let go of the breath, close your eyes. Let your shoulders drop, let your elbows sink, let your heels get closer to the floor. Don't feel like you need to make the heels touch, mine don't touch. I just mention that to make sure the calves are relaxed and we don't have the arches of the feet activated, the Achilles tendon activated, the calves and thigh muscles working as we unconsciously keep the heels lifted. Breathe in and feel the expansion. Breathe out and feel the letting go. Take a few more slow, deep breaths here, just allowing yourself to settle in. And feel what there is to feel in this body, in this moment. As you're ready, we're going to start to do some reaches. On your inhale, reach up with one arm. It doesn't matter which. On your exhale, come back into your lap. Inhale, reach up to the other side. Exhale, back into your lap. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Doesn't matter how far side to side you go. Doesn't matter how far your arm reaches up. If it doesn't go all the way up, that's okay. Do what you can do. Some of us have had an injury and we kind of have to help one arm up. And that's okay too. Maybe one arm goes up on its own and the other arm we have to help. So just do whatever you need to do. Do whatever you can do. We're going to do a few more reaches side to side. Inhale up, exhale down. And if it's nice, you can look up. If that hurts your neck or back to look up, then don't do that, of course. Beautiful. Come back into center, take a deep breath in and let your chin bow towards your chest. Inhale through center, and on your exhale, begin to lift through your chin and open your throat. Inhale through center, exhale, chin towards your chest. Inhale, center, exhale, lift and open. Come back into center, deep breath in, tip one ear down and the other ear up. Again, it doesn't matter which. And then inhale through center and exhale to the other side. One more time each way, breathe in and out. In and out. Almost like we were saying maybe. Like, not sure, I don't know. Maybe. Now we're going to go with no. Slowly side to side. Exhale to one side, inhale through the center, exhale to the other side. Breathe in and out. And just do what you can, not forcing anything. Just breathing your way through. And then come into center and we're going to go with yes. Inhale up. Exhale down, and remember to only lift your chin as far as it's safe to go. Inhale up, and exhale down. So for you, it just might be a little bit of a lift and a lower. And that's okay. Just do what you can. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out and lower. If anything makes you dizzy or lightheaded, be mindful of that. Notice what it is that's triggering for you, and either skip that move or do it really slow and really gentle and really mindful, knowing that this might trigger me, so let me just feel what there is to feel and see how it goes. We're going to try circles now if we can. Breathe in. Breathe out. And as you circle your head gently and slowly around, just through safe range of motion, I'm going to ask you to bring your attention back to the arches of your feet, your Achilles tendon and your calf muscle, and notice if those parts of the body are engaged and working a little harder than they need to. Start to reverse your circle, and if those lower legs are working from the hips to the toes, invite them to relax. Thighs and knees to soften, calves and ankles and feet to let go. Take one more slow, deep breath in and out. And then come back into center. Beautiful. We're going to try moving the rib cage a little bit. So if you need to stay here against the chair back, that's fine. If you're able to come forward towards the front edge of the chair, we're going to scoot forward a little bit. On your inhale, reach up, hips to head. And on your exhale, we're going to try and move just the rib cage off to the side. So just see if you can shift it to one side. We're not trying to move the shoulders and the hips, just the rib cage in the middle. Inhale through center, exhale, shift to the other side. Do your best, don't worry about it if it's feels like it's not quite right. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. We'll go side to side one more time. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. Come back into center and we're going to try front to back. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. You don't need to turn, just stay in your chair. And we're going to go inhale forward, exhale backwards. Trying to isolate the rib cage as much as we can. Inhale, lift forward, exhale, push backwards. One more time. Inhale, lift up, exhale, push back. And now we're going to see if we can slowly and gently circle the rib cage around. We're trying to create some motion and space and movement around our lungs and rib cage, also in the shoulders and hips, and along the back, neck, and spine. So these are a lot of trouble spots that can be painful for many of us. So just gentle, safe movement is all we're going for. On your in breath, start to pull forward. And on your out breath, gently circle it around to one side, to the back, to the other side. When you start to come around to the front, breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. We're going to try one more. Deep breath in as you wind your way around to the front. Try not to put pressure on your knee. Thighs are good. They're nice and strong. Breathe out. The next time you wind around to the front, take a deep breath in, and we're going to start to reverse and go the other way. Breathe out and circle. Inhale, start to pull through, maybe getting that front shoulder into your movements a little bit. Exhale back. We're going to do one more. If the knees are too narrow, feel free to make your feet wider. Breathe in. I know it looks like I'm leaning on my knees here, but I'm not. Breathe out. I know knees are super convenient, but do try not to put your weight and pressure and stress on the knees. They don't really like it. Knees are so important, and they have to do so much work for us, so give them a break whenever you can, and don't ask them to support the weight of your whole upper body. It's a little bit much. All right, so now we're going to sit back in the chair. Bring your hands by your hips. Take a deep breath out and up. Exhale, home to your heart. Relax those lower legs. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, home to your heart. Two more deep breaths. You can look up if it's nice. Don't if it's too much. And on this last one, we're going to try going down to the ground. Deep breath in. I know some of you can walk down your shins and put your hands on the ground or the tops of your feet or a block. But if that's too much, you can keep your hands on your thighs and just lead with your chest and lean forward. Maybe we can even let the chin drop and let the head get heavy. So again, if it's safe for your arms to dangle or come down, they can. If it's not, you're going to keep them right on your thighs and your lap. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, start to roll up. Begin to push your hands into your thighs. Maybe push your feet down if they're flat. If they're not, just push into your hips and thighs, not your knees. Bring your hands by your hips. Deep breath out and up. Exhale, home to your heart. Beautiful. Come forward towards that front edge of the chair. Keep your knees right underneath, knees right over your ankles. Bring your hands up shoulder high. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, twist to one side. It doesn't matter which. Let the hand go behind you wherever it can. The top of the chair back is fine, but if you're able to drop it down a little bit lower to the seat, that's usually a little more comfortable for your shoulder. Breathe. One more deep breath. Beautiful. Inhale through center, reach up through your head, out through your arms, and twist the other way, letting that back hand go wherever it can safely rest. Breathe. One more deep breath in and out. Try to relax your forehead and face and jaw, and we're going to twist each way one more time. Inhale, reach up through your head, away from your tailbone, fingertips reach apart, and then breathe out, twist the other way. Take a 2 or 3 deep breaths in here, just feeling your body breathing in this shape, feeling your lungs expand, feeling the shoulders and chest open. And when you're ready, we're going to start to inhale through the center, reaching up through your head, out through your hands, and exhale, twist the other way. Try to let both hands rest. So try not to let that back hand hover. Try to let it drop down behind you on the chair, seat, or back, wherever it can go. Usually the seat, again, is a little more comfortable for your shoulder. One more deep breath in this shape. Let it go. Inhale, back around to the front. And on your exhale, lean back and round. Beautiful. Come all the way up to your tall spine. And remember, when I turn sideways in the chair like that, you don't have to. It's just sometimes so you can see behind me, because I know you don't have x-ray vision. So if we can, we're going to come to standing. Those of you that take my classes here in Florida, you can blast off, leaning forward, pushing through your feet, reaching through your fingers, and coming to standing. If that's too much, feel free to use the chair to help you get up, right? In any way that works for you. And once we're up, we're going to turn and face the front of the chair. So you might need to relocate the chair here for this part. All right. Set it up a comfortable distance away from you and start to find your balance, front to back and left to right. We want the chair close enough that we'll be able to touch it when we bend over, but not so close that if we bend our knees would hit the front edge of the chair. So you can just do a little check, make sure you can bend and not bang. And as long as that's good, bring your hands by your hips. When you're ready, take a deep breath out and up, and on your exhale, come all the way down. Maybe to the thighs in the middle as we come into the chair. On your inhale, step back into your plank if you can, and start to lower your hips about halfway so the body's in a straight line. As you do this, you're going to feel the tummy muscles start to turn on. Take a deep breath in, let it go, and on your next in-breath, we're going to come forward into cobra. Hips in towards the chair, look straight ahead. Feel the low back, be gentle with it. As you breathe out, push the chair away, push your hips back, rotate your fingers forward. Let your wrist drop off the front edge of the chair, so there's no pressure on your wrist here as your head falls down, down, down. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't go past where it's safe to go. On your next inhale, start to rise up and step your right leg through into lunge. On your exhale, step up into your forward fold, feet together and head down. Maybe we can come onto the elbows here. Maybe that's too low. If your head doesn't come all the way down, try stacking your fists so there's a little spot to rest your forehead. When you want to come up, come to the front edge of the chair, sink your hips down, transfer to the thighs, and push the ground away with your feet and hands. You can push the thighs away with your hands as you inhale up and exhale to your heart. We're going to try the other side. Take a deep breath out and up. Exhale all the way down. Thighs are there to support you coming forward and down as needed. On your in-breath, step your left leg back into lunge. And on your out-breath, we're going to step back into plank and hold the plank. Try to drop your hips down a little bit so your body is in a straight line. On your next inhale, come forward into cobra, just to where it's safe for your low back. And as you breathe out, push your hips back, pulling that space below your belly button in and up. Spread all 10 fingers, let your head drop. That lower belly engagement is just to support your lower back as we push back, so we don't feel any tweaks in the low back as we move. Begin to lift your head up, look towards the chair, step your left leg through if you can. On your out breath, step up to forward fold. Hips up, head down. Start to lower your hips, lift your head, push into your thighs. Inhale all the way out and up to the top. And exhale home to your heart. So for those of you that practice with me in Florida, we usually do several rounds. We've worked up to that point over the years. You guys have gotten so strong. I'm so proud of you. For those of you that are just starting out, that might be a little bit much for today. So we'll just start with one, and then we're gonna do a little bit of balance. So bring the chair to one side so your hand is resting on the chair back, and you're just lining your body up with the chair back. Find your balance, front to back, left to right, spread your toes. Take a deep breath, let it all go. Let your face and forehead and throat relax, let your shoulders drop down away from your ears. Begin to shift in towards the chair. So for me, I'm going to be standing on my right leg, and let your left knee bend, and maybe even the left knee can float up. Maybe that left wrist can float up. Breathe. In and out, out and in. Now notice if you're so close to the chair that your hip is resting on it, we don't want that. See how my hip is off to the side and it's out of alignment with my shoulder and ankle? That's going to cause pain in my hips and inner thighs. So I want to keep my shoulders, my hips, my knee, and my ankle all in one straight line as much as I safely can. As you're ready, release out. And if that's too long, don't feel like you have to stay that long. Circle the standing leg. Let go of your breath. We're going to try the other side. Just a little crane. So if your space is a little bigger and you fit, don't feel like you have to move the chair all around. You don't have to keep rearranging your furniture. Find your center. Breathe out. Spread your toes. Create your nice wide, stable base of support. Feet are hip width, not too wide, not too narrow. And take a moment to feel your knees on top of your ankles, your hips on top of your knees, and your shoulders on top of your hips. Imagine your head like a helium balloon lifting up towards the sky, like a little balloon being pulled upward. And then we're going to shift over, keeping everything in alignment, and let the right knee and wrist rise. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax through your face and shoulders and chest. And if it's safe, maybe even float that hand up off the chair. Take one more deep breath as you keep finding center. Head over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over knee and ankle, and then release out. Remember, if that's too long, you don't have to hold the whole time. Circle and breathe. You always have permission to skip anything that your body says is not good for you today, or it's not good for you on any day. It knows best. So just do what you can, and as long as you keep showing up and practicing, the practice will do the rest. And do remind yourself, it is yoga practice, not yoga perfect. So sit back, take a deep breath, maybe sigh it out. Sighing is great for helping your body release stuck stress. So let it all go. And just begin to settle into your stillness, imagining yourself like a snowflake inside a paperweight that has been shaken up. And now you've been placed on the desk, and you're beginning to settle with all the other snowflakes, one by one by one, to the very bottom of the snow globe. See if you can feel your body breathing. And if you find an area of tension, of stress, of pain, of discomfort, bring your attention to that place. See if you could surround it gently with your breath. Surround it gently with love and compassion, and give it permission to let go. To let go of what it's been holding on to for you so patiently. It's time to let go now. Allow yourself to be a human being, not a human doing. your breathing, letting each breath become a little bit deeper than the one that was before it. Letting the next breath be a little bit deeper. As you deepen your breathing, begin to slowly move just the tips of your fingers. And slowly and gently, just the tips of your toes. And maybe turn your head slowly and softly to one side, and then to the other. Back in the center. Bring your hands by your hips, take a deep breath out and up, spreading your fingers, reaching out of the shoulders with gratitude and grace, receiving all that there is. And as you come home, ask for clarity in your mind, clarity in your speech, and clarity in your heart, as these are the only things that we can truly control. The light within me bows before the light within each one of you. Namaste. So I hope that you feel better after this practice as I do. If you enjoyed this, I hope that you come back and do it again. I hope that you share it with your friends, and I hope that you subscribe to my channel, which is, you can just click on the picture of my face, it's a round circle. And if you hit the bell, that will turn on notifications. So whenever I post a new class, you will be the first to know. Take care of yourself and come back soon.